We
Open up the
are live.
Hey!
Hello, everyone.
Hello, welcome to
Welcome
We're
back.
Not Wrestlers here on Slipknot.com.
The Slipknot Network.
The Slipknot Network.
Man, the networks. We are joined today by the incredible, talented, legendary Allie Katch. Thank you so much, Allie, for being with us
Thank
today.
you, everyone. Thank you.
The other half of Bussy.
Yeah.
My favorite team.
Colin is trying to get it. He's trying to be like he and I both want to be like the Dennis Rodman of Bussy. Like we're in it, but we don't do matches.
Everybody, that's a lot of people. We have like a lot of Bussy adjacents.
Oh, I was born Bussy adjacent, I would say.
We call that anytime you like tag in and out, then we become Thrusy. So if you're around, then we're all Thrusy. Or maybe if the two of you are around, it'd be Quintussy.
Quintussy.
Yeah.
Octussy. Wait till that one. That's going to be a big day.
Whoa.
Octobussy.
Oh,
that too.
Now we're cooking.
Because of that movie.
Yeah. All right. Well, Allie, thanks for being with us today. This is so special.
Do you know what today is? It's a holiday.
Oh God. What holiday?
It is Lady Gaga's birthday.
No fucking way.
Is it fucking really?
Swear to God.
Oh my God.
Wow. What are the odds?
Fate, right?
That's crazy.
We gotta there needs to be like a marching band in the street. Like it's the Queen's birthday.
Yeah, let's pay some tribute real quick. I remember being in high school when Lady Gaga dropped, you know? It was like Poker Face Just Dance had taken over the world. And at that time I was like, I don't know if these singles are like really my bag, you know? And then Paparazzi hit. And it was like, all right, this is an undeniable hook. And then it got me to like go through the whole Fame record, and then obviously Bad Romance came out, and it was like the world was shaken by her. Tell me your Gaga experience, Allie.
It's honestly very similar. I was in high school, and you'd hear Just Dance on the radio, and you're like, yeah, okay, like regular.
All right, Just Dance. Okay, I get it.
I get it. And, also I'm young and in high school, and I'm very much in my like gatekeeper, like it's on the radio, whatever, dude. I listen to stuff you guys don't know about.
I download shit on LimeWire and Casa. You don't even fucking know.
Vinyl? Have you heard of it? Like that was me. I was a shithead. And then I watched her perform at the VMAs in 2009 with the blood, and I said, "Whoa, this is more than music."
Oh yeah.
And then I watched all the music videos, and that's when I was like, "Oh wow, she's like an artist. She does this and does this, and everything has meaning." And so yeah, that's when I was on.
So we have the same Gaga trajectory. You're telling me? Pretty
much, yes.
Oh man, Jordan, you fuck with the Queen?
Oh, of course. Okay. Yeah, I mean, same deal. Like. I'm a metal. I'm like a metal. I've been this like for too long. It's enough already. it's too much. But Just Dance happens, and I'm like, this sounds like it sounds exactly like what a song on the radio is supposed to sound like.
Mm-hmm.
You know what I'm saying? Like, so it doesn't pop, but yeah, I hear, I feel like I get into Lady Gaga the opposite of normally I get into her because I hear her B-sides at karaoke, which is weird because normally when you hear shit at karaoke, you're like, this is ruined
stop
me forever. It's enough. I will never listen to this again. Yeah. But I heard someone sing Paparazzi and I hadn't heard that song and I was like, what is this?
Dude, the hook is crazy, and it still holds up. Big
Yeah,
fan.
and I heard someone else sing Alejandro, which I was mad at for a minute because I'm like, ABBA, how do you also have a song like ABBA's a thing? What are you doing? Like, and I like love Swedish pop a lot, like
Ace
all
of
of
Base?
it.
Is that
I
Swedish?
sort of, I think no, I think they're American, but like Aqua's Swedish.
Okay.
Who is
Uh,
American?
huh?
Who did you say was American?
I thought
I
Ace of Base was not.
I think Ace of Base is American. I believe, but maybe they bop.
Jordan's like a music guy, so I don't even argue with him.
We're gonna believe him then.
Yeah, we're like
literally
music guys, me and Allie.
like music. Well, I'm like a specifically like I think like Swedish pop is like really funny, but I also like think it's genuinely good.
Oh, it is.
Like Robin is my favorite pop
Fucking
star
love
of all
Robin.
time. She's like the best. But yeah, like I love. I feel like people who don't like Lady Gaga are lying.
Yes.
Like you're lying.
I mean, she's just like stood the test of time and beat everybody who ever talked shit about her. And
I don't know if I've ever told you this, Colin, but the first time, like, I think it wasn't the first time I had like. I think the first time I had heard of Brody King, it was him getting invited to like do the drag competition with the Nobodies at after the MSG.
Oh yeah, I was there.
We were in the room. That was like our first like meet. It's in the movie where you're like, oh, they almost met. Oh no.
Oh, that was our almost meet cute.
Yeah, almost meet cute.
Oh.
And I saw just watching like Brody like say like crush like Bad Romance, like wearing his ski mat, literally treating it exactly like a God's Hate show. Like I now know he performs the same way. Like he had the one arm behind his back sometimes.
Oh yeah,
unbelievable. It was so funny.
We're lifers, man. So Allie, we have that in common. We got that going for us. It's no big deal. And what's your favorite Gaga record, Allie? Overall?
That's so hard. I don't know. Chromatica was great. I loved
it. Really is.
But part of me, like, I don't know. I really liked art pop.
I'd die for art pop.
Like, art pop was so good and like not treated the way it should have been. So I have like this weird, like little, like
art pop is her disharmony, and it was like, like that's how I look at it. So I like worship art pop.
I remember seeing you say something about disharmony and being like, well, I don't know what they're talking about. I liked it, guys.
That's my girl. That's what I'm talking about.
That's how I was too. Like I hadn't heard the one like Colin, you were like, you haven't even heard the one.
Well, he's
the album.
For context here, Allie. Jordan said he was like, I only know Twitching Tongues from Disharmony and Gaining Purpose. And I was like, that's like the opposite of what anyone has ever said to me. So that's really
I try to like think of like the timeline. I remember y'all were on tour with like Code Orange and were like an opener for Code Orange. And that was the first time I think I saw y'all. And that's like when I got into y'all. Like I heard one song and was like, who are these guys? This is a lot of singing. I don't know how I feel about this. And then I saw it live and I was like, I could fuck with this. And then I like listened to it more and I was like, I love this band now, guys. I love it.
And that's our connection, Allie. That's how that's how I knew of you as a wrestler very early. Because it was like to me, like I would play in Texas and like you were there beating ass and singing along.
It was definitely who is this girl that Brody keeps asking us to guest list?
That too. That was the thing. Yeah. You were on many.
And I didn't ask for it. I just was like, hey, I'm going to go to the show. And I would like tell him. And he's like, don't worry about it. I got you. And I was like, Sick.
I was happy to do it like you never know, and you're really cool, and you always bought stuff, so
I
it's
did.
like
I did. I was like, should I wear a shirt just to be an asshole? And it's like
you're
Yeah,
not
no,
an asshole.
merch spotlight, bust it out.
all of my stuff looks like
Look at that.
ass now because I've worn it so much. But it's like
I love that. Classic.
I wore that the other day, and my friend who makes merch was like, "Can I see the tag of that? I really want to make camo shirts." I said, "Dude, this shirt is like old.
Yeah, I doubt that one that
It's
blanket
gone now.
business.
It's gone."
Yeah.
Um,
There's new camo like every 5 years. There's a whole new pattern.
it's true.
You're never
Yeah.
gonna find that shit
Black
ever.
camo just came out. I'd never seen that before. Now it's
Oh.
everywhere. Yeah, so watch out.
Hide on the street.
When did Allie the Mosher become Allie the Wrestler?
Let's see, 7 years ago. So yeah, March of 2015 is when I started training. And then it was like no more music fun for me anymore because like you go to shows on the weekend and now it's like now I have to go to wrestling shows on the weekend.
Mm.
So it was very few and far between me getting to like go to a show or a concert ever again.
Wow.
Said goodbye to that
I
life.
feel like I saw you a lot, so thanks.
I was like, I would go to that one. I remember I got to wrestle at a music fest called Fun 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 Fest,
Mhm.
if you ever heard of that.
Yeah.
And like I went there and I was like, I got to see Power Trip and Title Fight. And then I saw y'all once. And then if it was like very important, like Trapped Under Ice came to Texas for like 3 dates. And I was like, dude, I don't know if they're ever going to play again. I thought they broke up. They're on this little, and now I'm really glad I saw that because Turnstile,
Yeah.
they went far. So I'll probably never see Trapped Under Ice again.
You will never see them ever again.
It's possible. You probably will, to be honest.
Please.
They like playing. I don't know. They'll be back. But that's so awesome. I mean, and I feel like this is like the corniest question because it's every time I see an interview with Brody, they ask it, and I'm like, shut the fuck up. But like hardcore and wrestling are such like they should be more adjacent, and they kind of finally are.
We're getting there. It's
You're part of it.
Wrestling was like built on like macho, like fit dudes and etc. So it was very like it was like butt rocky. That like I'll just say it, like wrestling is built on butt rock and like the mainstream. So like you'll talk to somebody and you'll think you're talking about the same genre or music and then you go, "Oh, that's what you listen." No, okay, never mind. Okay, like some of them were hits. Like Limp Bizkit and wrestling was great. What a good crossover. But a lot of other stuff. But now there's lots more of us who like came from like the hardcore community, and that's why we like thrive because we get how like DIY works or what driving 8 hours and getting paid nothing feels like. So now we're in wrestling.
And that's what sets you apart from. I mean, you're willing to put the work in because you did it for nothing for so long in this whole other subculture.
I never got it. Like I had like obviously I was never in a band, but I had friends in bands, and I always was like, "Y'all are crazy. I can't believe you guys do this." And then like 5 years later, I was like, "Okay, now I'm doing it. I get it."
It is. You're right that it should be a like hardcore and wrestling should go together to where that isn't even a question because it makes complete sense. Like it is a celebration of like I've always heard of like wrestling like referred to as like masculine presenting drag, and like that's kind of also what hardcore is in a way. It is a performance of macho ness and excessive and that's why it's fun. That's why both things are really fun.
The thing about I guess like hardcore and like punk and all that though is there's always like the political aspect too. And like wrestling there was like until maybe the last 5 years definitely the opposite. Like you had a lot of
Don't talk about that. Yeah.
weirdos and et cetera, et cetera. So like that's also probably where the disconnect is like hardcore's built on like the weird like let's take this down, and wrestling's like, no, we have to uphold these rules. This is all we've ever known and done, and you better shake my hand and all that.
I'm watching every episode of Nitro ever right now.
Oh, love it.
And it was very easy to like, if you wanted to be a babyface, they just slap an American flag on you and like put you up against a guy from Mexico or something. And it was like, all right, we're supposed to root for this guy.
Yep.
And it's like that, like just stopped happening.
Right.
It's sure it kind of hasn't. They're just like, all right, well, how about we have American flag guy and then like maybe someone else. Maybe this guy is just, maybe we have this guy who's friendly. Maybe he's friendly and then he's the good guy. It's crazy.
I mean, you put Mustafa Ali on the other side and he's just saying like actual facts.
Yes.
And it's like, and like that's supposed to make him like a heel. It's crazy.
Like, why are we booing this man? He's spitting the truth.
Yeah, I know. These are objective truths. He's not a bad guy.
Yeah.
It's
pretty nuts. Yeah.
Who's your favorite opponent of all time, Allie?
I don't know. I love wrestling Jordan Grace. Usually just because she's like willing to go hard.
Bad lady.
And I had to go to the dentist because she hit me in the face so hard 2 weekends ago, and I literally like ballooned up. But like no harm, no foul. It's fine. I took some antibiotics. We're good. So I love like wrestling her. I love like anybody in SGC. Just because like they get it, like they're fun to hang out with, and then it's just like they get that it's like a show and like we're the stars. We get that like we don't have to go out there and do like a million different little moves and hope that they clap. It's like no, like we get to just have fun and riff, and like we know the fans are there with us, and also like they let me stab them and we go through doors.
Yeah, that shit is crazy. That's like, a whole other conversation. They let me stab them. Like that's sick, but
like that's a thing, but like they're I just love wrestling people who are like open and down to do anything and like want it to be good. Like I hate going into somewhere and someone's like, well, I like had a long travel day, so I don't really want to do anything, or like, oh, I have this coming up, so if we could just not do this. I'm like, then why are you here? Go home and rest then. Like I'll go fuck myself.
Tell us a little bit about that. So we talked to Effie about this, but Jordan and I talk very highly of Matt Cardona's foray into indie wrestling this past. I don't like at this point indie doesn't like you're it's indie in the sense that you're independent, but indie the word feels so small because it's like GCW is existing on like a globally recognized scale at this point.
Yeah.
So we'll just say non-fed wrestling, Matt Cardona's had a great a year, and you contributed so highly to that with the stuff with Chelsea.
It's so why like it's so weird because obviously like I watched wrestling, I got into it, and like I watched this dude with this goofy headband and everything like on TV for so long, and now I'm literally wrestling him, and it's very, and like I said, like I love those people. He is one of those people that was like up to do it. Some people, they get released, or some people, they're like not wrestling too much anymore, and it's a payday for them, and it's always like such a bummer or a shame when someone's like showing up just to get a payday off of like their past successes. And it's like that is not him at all. Like he is a hustler. Like this dude has his like podcast with his friends. He like does auctions. He like is on Impact, and then he does the indie. Like he does everything. He's like always busy. He's like Effie. Like they're like always doing something. And
I mean, he was like a pioneer of what kind of wrestling is now in terms of like how you promote yourself. So it does not surprise me that he was able to make that work.
He like stayed with it.
He was the first like viral wrestler. Like he was like, I'm going to use the internet to my advantage because I work with grandpas. Like everyone is the Shawn Michaels meme.
Yeah, exactly.
at the time. So when he like it's pretty nuts, and he's doing great stuff. I feel like I know that like Jericho's doing a lot of stuff and borrowing from a lot of people on television right now. But I feel like a big like the sports entertainer thing, like the I'm a sports entertainer and that's a bad thing. That's kind of Matt Cardona's whole thing. Also, when you look at it on paper, he's like, I'm going to bring WWE stuff that people hate to like feds that don't have that, like, and people will be pissed off, like calling the title the Universal title and whatever. Like that's great.
Like when he like the GCW universe.
So
that
fun.
is unbelievable.
That's the best one. Or when he's just always talks about like Vince and like what Vince would think of us. Like it's great.
Yeah.
Like Jimmy Lloyd doesn't shower. Like he has this thing, I guess, on his podcast where he calls people like shower dodgers. And I guess it's like when you don't shower after your wrestling match. And it's like, yeah, welcome to the indies, Matt, because you're getting changed in a back alley. There's no shower here. Like, the amount of times I have wrestled and then gotten dressed and then gone to a bar and then like 7 hours later gotten to take a shower.
You know, I'm with you there. I've lived that life.
Yeah, you play and then probably get in a van and go to the next place.
And I sweat the whole time. Once I start sweating from a show, I don't stop until I've showered in some capacity. So I'll sweat for like 12 straight hours. It's disgusting.
It's like a whole other animal now that he's had. Like you went to the top and now you're like here. It's so I can't imagine being people like him or like others who have wrestled in a WrestleMania and been in a beautiful arena and had catering in this, and now you go and it's like, can we get like some waters? Anybody?
Dude, my first ever live wrestling show, like I'm a newer fan. Mm-hmm. So this was like 4 or 5 years ago. The first show I ever went to, they ran out of water when I like went in to the venue. That like the lady was like, "We don't have any. We have Cheetos. You want like a lunchable sized bag of Cheetos?"
Perfect.
It was like moisture in those in some capacities.
So. Yeah.
They get trapped in the bread.
Contains water, contains wheat, contains soy. Just look at the back.
Sure. But yeah, I like it was also the sweatiest thing I've ever been a part of. The ceiling was dripping. A dude literally like slipped off the top rope and like his leg went like left his body. They had to like remove him. Otherwise, best wrestling show I've ever seen.
Good.
Everyone was dehydrated and disgusting. We were all having an incredible time, but like, my God, yeah, an indie wrestling show, like they don't have the stuff. It's a room, and then the ring is there, and then everyone's trying their best.
You do everything you can to make it like GCW. Thankfully, like it's now where it's always like, what's next? Like, okay, we hit this goal. Now what's next? So now I think we're on this like tear of like trying to do cool venues. So like we did Harpo's. Have you done Harpo's before in Detroit?
I couldn't tell you.
It's it's like I guess it's like a very famous like music venue. So like we did that, like Hammerstein, icon, amazing. We just did the Roxy. Have you done the Roxy?
I think I've like sang like a guest spot there, but I've lived here for over half my life. I've never played the Roxy. So
the Roxy in LA,
yeah,
a show in the Roxy.
It was like a small, like usually we're at this place called the Ukrainian Culture Center, and it holds way more people. But like I said, we're like, what else can we do? So we did a show at the Roxy, and yeah, our ring fit in it. It was like a lower ring. And we did it like right up against the stage, and I think we sold like only like 200 tickets, so that we could fit and not get in trouble.
Did someone go like outside the venue and then like fight in front of the Lemmy statue at Rainbow Room?
At the Rainbow?
At the Rainbow?
I went to the Rainbow Room and I did not see a Lemmy statue, but I
Oh,
was there.
it's in there.
I was like in and out. I had to pay the dude like $20 to bring my luggage in. He was like, I can't let you bring all this in, and I was like, it's just my merch. Like and he's like, I can't let you. And then literally, I saw a $20 bill on the ground. I said, what if I give you $20? He goes, that works.
He was like,
Wow.
all right. And then you go in there and you're like, yeah, this is a place.
This is a bar, sure.
Yeah.
I say, and now I can say I went though, and like,
Yeah. And so
It's fun. It's
speaking
always fun.
speaking of what's next for GCW, I want to know, like short term, what's next for Allie Katch? You just challenged for the NWA Women's Championship.
I did
Um,
not win.
You didn't win, but and, you know it's the ugliest belt maybe ever. So that's like not. It's okay, you know.
I think it's pretty. I like very cool to have your photo on the belt. Like
Love that, but like
that part is
it's.
sick.
I agree, conceptually brilliant.
So I would love to have a belt with literally my like nameplate. Go fuck yourself. Photo of me. Let's go.
Agreed. That, but
Wait,
like,
what should I mean, I know that it's probably just like now a guy takes a photo of you and puts it in the belt, but like, what should it be like a yearbook style photo? Should it be like a selfie where you're hitting all the spots, like catching your light? Like, what do you think the photo should be?
Obviously, I mean NWA is like a very long-standing place. It's very prestigious. It has like a storied history. So obviously they have very proper, like you would say, like a yearbook style. Like it's a very like centered promo photo. But I tweeted like which one of these should be the photo I use, and it was just the dumbest photos I could find of myself, just because I know like I'm probably not a good fit for. Listen, I think I'm a great wrestler, but am I, historically what NWA would use? Probably not. So wouldn't it
yes,
be
you
funny?
are.
But wouldn't it be funny and great if this girl who did have a knife or was on the belt and was your
That's what
champion?
works. That's what works because you got to have that to have the other thing. You know,
Exactly. Yeah.
that girl's got to have somebody to try to beat down the line. So yeah, like what you just described, you're Ric Flair in this scenario.
I'm trying to be somebody's foil.
I want to
But
pitch how I think it should work. I think what every NWA photo for the belt should be is everyone has to do Sears blocks. You know what I'm talking, like the Sears photo shoot where it's
oh
just
my
like
god.
two blocks and you lean on,
Yes.
like everyone's got to like lean on the blocks.
I feel like that's basically the vibe.
Yeah, it's very like
What's a short term goal for Allie Katch? What's next? You couldn't capture the NWA Women's Championship, unfortunately. You know, yet.
yet.
What's
Yet?
what's in your future?
I say a short-term goal would probably be to show up at like another larger company that I haven't yet. So like technically like I didn't wrestle at like NWA. I didn't wrestle at an NWA show. It was just the champ was there, so I wrestled her. So to show up at an NWA show would be cool. To show up at Impact, those are all I think short-term goals. Just to say I was there, and then like the long-term goal would to be a part of one of these places. Whoever decides, or like short-term goals also is like more states, see more places, maybe like certain matches. I mean, I'm about to wrestle Mickey James, so that's like another like on my list.
That's a dream.
Yeah, man.
That's a dream match for me.
Let me tell you.
I hear those claps and I'm fucking sweating over here,
I can't wait. Like I don't even know like how like what version of her I'm gonna get because she just did the Rumble, but she came out as like hardcore country, so I was like, whoa, that's crazy. So I'm like, I wonder what spring.
You can do hardcore country all day.
Listen, let me do whatever you want, Mickey, please. It's all yours.
Yeah. That's awesome. Where is that taking place?
So this week is WrestleMania week.
Right.
I'm gonna die. That's gonna be at Spring Break Part 1 on Thursday night.
Okay.
That rocks. Do you have WrestleMania Fever, which I want to rename and say that we got to. I don't know why it's called WrestleMania Fever. It should just be called Do You Have WrestleMania?
I have yet to hear WrestleMania Fever.
Really?
So
Okay.
but I have WrestleMania. I have, or then there's like the indie things that go on around WrestleMania. I'm like going to be at the Collective, so we have all sorts of things.
I'm
Love to
glad
have
that that's back. I feel like the COVID
Yeah, let's not
WrestleMania
talk
weekend.
about let's
Yeah,
let's not jinx it by calling it
no, you're right.
fever.
You're right. Yeah, exactly.
Scarred
I
for
have
life.
Wrestling Mania.
Yeah,
There we are.
that's
Yeah.
good.
Wrestling Mania.
That's
You better
good.
put a little TM next to
Yeah,
it.
that's not trademarked yet, so you should.
Yeah, you might want to get that before it's gone.
Absolutely.
We'll have Knotfest look into it.
Yeah.
So what is
We should have called this show Wrestling Mania.
Wrestling Mania? Yeah, I don't know where. This is just a personal thing for me because I'm a belt. I love them. I can't help it. You know.
Show Colin.
I love a belt.
Show what you did.
Oh, I mean, it's fine. It's whatever. I bought like a really expensive big gold. You know,
I love it.
whatever. What's your favorite belt of all time?
I think the Intercontinental. Like I love the white
The Reggie
leather.
Parks one.
The what?
The Reggie Parks IC title that like Razor Ramon and Ultimate Warrior had.
I love like the old. I like the white one. I like the old white one. It's like very like I don't know. It's very like it's not super flashy and it just matches. Like I feel like it looks good on like anybody who holds it. Because like when you start putting like too many like colors or things on the belt, and then like it goes like you like somebody with like certain gear wears it. I'm like, that doesn't look great. Like
Sure.
I'm like a big like gear and like aesthetic person. So like I just think it's so clean. I had like the toy belt version of it. I was like, oh, she's so
Same.
beautiful. And it's like a good and it's not like huge either. So like again, like it looked like it fit on everybody because like that NWA women's belt is like it's so tiny.
Oh.
Like Camille holding it, it's like literally it's like a child's belt because Camille's like this Amazon woman,
Oh, yeah.
and then you've got like this. There's like one in Alabama, and then Jonathan Gresham won it, and then when he holds it, it looks like this. It already is a big belt, and then you put on Gresham, and it's like it looks half of his size. So the IC belt is great size. Great.
I'm with you, but I mean, to be fair, when that was prevalent, everybody was like 6'5".
This is true.
And but looked like Scott Hall looked small in comparison to other people, and he was a fucking giant. Yeah. But yeah, that's an all timer for sure.
I love. What was yours? Which one did you get?
A big gold. Big gold's
okay.
My favorite.
All right, I can see
yeah.
that's like I think another good one. But also for me, like too much like words and writing on it. Like it's too much like it looks like Braille.
Yeah, there's like all the ornate like the floral stuff in the background. Yeah, that's my shit though, because that like I see that and I'm like the lore behind the belt to me is what got me. Like just knowing that it was just this belt buckle maker and not a wrestling belt guy is like that's cool. It just
what if I made the biggest belt buckle?
Yeah, he was like it's
what
just
people
it looks like a big cowboy belt buckle.
The forbidden belt buckle.
Exactly. Yeah. That ain't holding up your pants. It's dropping.
You don't even need pants.
I
for this guy.
Exactly. No.
Yeah.
I got all the pants. Let's see. Impact NWA. I feel like you'd be a pretty unbelievable fit for either one. I can't think of if you are technically a free agent. I can't think of a better free agent walking the face of this earth right now.
Thank you. I mean, AEW, ROH too. Whoever.
I mean, the ROH. Who knows what's going on with that? You should be 10-time multi-world champion there.
I'm very excited to see like what happens with ROH now. I mean, the again they have a Mania show this week. It already looks stacked. They just announced Willow and Mercedes Martinez as like their women's match, and I was like, I love them both.
Yeah.
So
I think you're the number one contender for that. So for whoever wins that, so we'll
for
see.
sure. We are all listen. We're also on. This is a against all odds. This is a music website.
Mm.
So we got to talk. We got to talk some entrance music in these last
yes.
like 15 minutes. What do you like? Do you have favorite entrance songs? Like right, or I guess like if you have an all time one, tell us. But I feel like that's too hard of a question.
Well, okay, so when I first started wrestling, I was a cat
Yeah.
and I loved it. Whatever, whatever. Backstory, I loved being a cat. But, your entrance music is supposed to like make you feel good, get you hyped, to like et cetera, et cetera. And I came out to World War Five for like probably like 4 or 5 years. Well, maybe like 3 or 4 years. And everyone all the time was like, that doesn't fit you. Why are you coming out to that? I got so much shit for coming out to World War Five, and I finally changed it to Cat Scratch Fever because I was like, okay, I'm a cat. I'll go fuck myself. But just had to pop that one in there.
Well, Allie, I loved it. And
Yeah,
I got tagged in videos of it all the time, and it was like, yeah, that was the first time a wrestler had used something I had written. So to me, it was like, yeah, this is a dream come true. So thanks for that.
well, and now you got freaking Brody. That's sick.
Yeah.
Favorite entrance music. I don't know. Like on TV or like indies or
It's kind of
Anything.
whatever. I'm gonna follow this up with like, do you have a song like it doesn't have to be for you, but do you have like a song that you're like this would be sick entrance music, just like a real song?
I'm gonna say I think the Brood theme song is still like it. Right? It's very timeless and very good. And
It
there's
is.
no words or anything. It's just like the weird breathing and that's it at the beginning.
Yeah. Yeah,
But you hear that and you're like, "Oh, this is fucking here we go."
Like, here they come. Let's go.
The Brood presentation. What the fuck happened there, man?
So good.
They should still be a thing. Who pulled the trigger? Who pulled the plug on that so early?
Who said, give these guys goofy glasses? They're no longer vampires.
And well, they turned chicken shit into chicken salad somehow out of that,
Mm-hmm.
Gangrel is still the fucking man. Also, like
that's what I've heard.
Yeah,
he goes hard still. He's crazy.
my hot take is that like Edge like progressively like drops in my personal opinion entrance music quality, like starting with the Brood, and then he has like it's like, dude, you got Rob Zombie to like let you come out to something? Like that's nuts. And then he's like, nah, the Creed side project. That's my all timer.
And he's sticking with them, man.
Sticking with them. And
Even,
I'm
like the vocals are very like you cannot not hear like like
yeah.
Right.
That's it.
It's not Scott Stapp singing, but it like is Scott Stapp singing.
It's totally is. And it's like it fits him for sure. But it is a nuts trajectory. Like he had everyone says like, dude, the Brood song,
It's
and
true.
then after that he's like, I got Rob Zombie to write. You know who's gonna write me my next thing? Creed's guitarist. Crazy. A nuts trajectory of songs.
And now he's got the new one.
Same band. Yeah.
Damn.
Another Alter Bridge song.
Yeah.
And he's doing like a House of Black gimmick where he's like
really?
where he's evil, but he has like a Christian rock song. It doesn't make sense.
All right.
Okay. It is actually shocking that like the way that I don't know. We don't need to get into all that, but
we don't. You have thoughts.
Oh, Lord, do I ever,
brother.
I mean, I feel like I imagine we're all on the same boat in terms of we're here because we love wrestling, Yes. And loving wrestling means at some point, WWE is on your radar. But right now, holy fuck, man, it's tough.
You had a hot take that we didn't get to last week about wrestling
wrestling journalism
journalism.
in general.
Yeah,
Yeah, it fucking sucks,
the floor
man.
is yours.
Wrestling journalism. So, I'm a big multimedia guy. I love me some movies. I love a show. I love a TV show.
I love me some movies.
I love me some movies. I don't want to know what happens, so don't tell me about it. And I like to experience the thing for myself. I feel like wrestling journalism in a whole, like the whole point of it is just to ruin things. It's just to spoil stuff.
I can see that.
Like it's just results and like this guy signed here, he's gonna debut soon. This happened at this pre-tape thing you haven't seen.
Yeah.
Like, it drives me nuts, man. I get that
What do you
it
want
sells. I don't know. I want like I like stories,
Mm-hmm.
I love like any wrestler's podcast I'll listen to because I just want to hear about what that was like for them. Like that, like just talking to Allie about like Allie, I could ask you, what's your favorite snack?
Wait,
And I'm genuinely curious. Like I would rather hear what Allie's favorite, like what her like McDonald's order is than like
Right.
this guy signed at this place. Speaking of which, Allie, what's your McDonald's order?
I am not like ew.
Come on.
If
I'm with you. I can't go to
have
McDonald's
to,
no more.
like if it's like 3 a.m. and I haven't eaten and that's the only thing open, I will get like
I can't
a
believe
quarter
you.
pounder.
Oh, okay.
And I will not get a big. I'll get like a quarter pounder.
What were you about to say? You won't get a Big Mac?
I will not get a Big Mac. Ew.
It's a classic American sandwich, brother.
And like a crispy Sprite to treat
like third bread
because I had to eat McDonald's.
Jordan, don't you talk shit about the third bread.
It's too much bread. I'm sorry.
I need my third bread. All right.
What you like big keto, dude? And now you're what?
Yeah, now I don't have to be anymore because I did it. I served my time.
I did it. Okay.
You've done the key. I feel like the last time I ate McDonald's, I was like, I gotta go to the hospital. Like, my body feels like it is not working.
Even worse than that, Burger King. I will kill myself before I have to eat Burger King.
I can't do it. I can't do any, like most places anymore. Look at this man. Yeah. Did you buy it? And are you waiting to eat it till the show is over?
That's even worse.
That's where it's gonna be room temperature.
That's nasty.
Room temperature third bread is against the law, man.
You're done.
I knocked out my whole setup just to show you that I had McDonald's right before we started the show.
Oh, okay. You ate it before. I was worried that you were like saving the order to eat.
Well, I mean, it would have been fine if I did because the preservatives are so good. The thing about McDonald's that you guys like, you're wrong, because it was like scientifically perfected in a lab to like be the best tasting thing. It's like barely food. So
I think like at one point, yes. Like I remember as a kid, oh my god, McDonald's. Wow. Mwah.
No, it's still that. It still tastes that way. Your perception has changed.
I think I've genetically modified at some point then. I had to like
it's mental.
Different now.
It's mental, love.
I think you're the mental
your
one.
mind, mate.
I might be.
You've psychologically decided that you don't like third bread.
Exactly. Now, how about this? You're a Texan,
Oh yes.
So don't you? I mean, I've seen the shirt. I've seen the Whataburger shirt. Are you about to break my heart?
Are you gonna try to tell me that InNOut's better? Because it's not.
It's not. I don't have to try to. It's just a scientific thing that's true.
Dude, first of all, like the only thing that InNOut has is the animal style, keeping it in.
It's not the. I mean, the come on. The only thing it has is farm fresh burgers that are made to order and taste perfect. I like, and this is this is coming from someone I genuinely.
This is coming from someone who loves McDonald's. Like
I love McDonald's. I love burgers. That's the thing. I love Whataburger too. I think it's great, but it's a different. Whataburger's like Wendy's tier to me,
Dude,
I'm like, listen, this is like I like both of those things, but I'm here to be just like Del Taco is the champion because you can get your ass a taco, and you can get a crinkly fry, and you get to dunk a fry
Listen,
in the sauce, in the spicy sauce. My God,
I love the Double Del. I think it's an underrated fast food burger.
it is
See, Allie, you don't
underrated.
even know, girl. You're not.
I've been to
We
Del
lost
Taco
you.
like once or twice, and because again, like I remember like growing up and like being on like MySpace and seeing people like in the scene in Cali, and that was like their personality was going to Del Taco, and I was like, oh, I wish
Their
I would.
personality is going to
That was the touch my butt and buy me pizza era.
It was.
Yeah, and Del Taco was like, take me to Del Taco.
It's like I wish we had Del Taco, but we don't. We have stupid Taco Bell.
Well,
Man,
but now you know Taco Bell's superior.
Yeah, well, even now I'm like cooling off on Taco Bell too. I'm a Taco Bueno. I was like a Taco Bueno gal.
Oh my God.
Oh, listen, also the other day I tried to get Taco Bell and they were out of nacho fries. So like I'm also just kind of soured right now. I'm a
I
little
get
pig.
Oh,
I'm a
they're
little
doing
peeved.
fries. Wait, hold on. I haven't been to Taco Bell in a heated minute. They're doing fries now.
Oh, brother.
Nacho fries. Come on.
They're not. They are.
That is the Del Taco thing. Is that it is that they are that is gimmick infringement, my
Well,
friend.
But it's not
Fries
crystal.
the Del,
It's completely
is the Del
different.
Taco
It's
thing.
completely different fry.
Yeah, it's not an American fry though.
They're
Like,
heavily seasoned
yes.
and they're coated in a nacho dust.
But that was Fiesta potatoes. They had Fiesta potatoes.
Listen, Jordan. They turned the Fiesta potato into fry shape.
But they brought back Fiesta potatoes as well.
Yeah, life is good.
Live Moss.
I agree.
That is the like. Listen, just because they're just this is the Edge coming out like it doing House of Black of fast food infringement.
No. I'm the only one who lives in a 10-mile radius of a Del Taco on this show. Is that right? Is that true?
Fact. Yes. Okay. Yeah.
I'm nacho fries all day. Straight up. But they're seasonal.
Yeah.
If that helps.
Okay. If they're seasonal, all right. If it's not a year-round thing,
it's seasonal.
I'll let it slide. All right.
It's like a McRib.
I was about to be like, I'm gonna be team Whataburger.
You wouldn't do that. We've talked.
InNOut doesn't have breakfast.
No. I have breakfast at home.
No, man. You don't got a honey butter chicken biscuit.
No, I have cereal. That's way better.
No.
Cereal's like one of the best foods ever. Let's be real here.
Which cereal though? Which one? What are you eating?
I'm glad you asked, Jordan. my favorite cereal of all time, and this is that you can still buy.
This is going to be disgusting in a healthy way or a very unhealthy way.
No, it's not. It's not a healthy way. I'm not a fucking pervert out here eating healthy cereal.
I was gonna be like, if you drop grape nuts in this conversation,
oh God, I'd rather die.
Please.
No, I'm a Rice Krispie Treats cereal fella.
Okay, I see.
The greatest of all time.
It's all right. It gets soggy very fast.
The treats?
From
treats. Not just Rice Krispies. Rice Krispie Treats cereal.
What's the difference? Rice Krispie Treats is probably sugary.
It's chunks.
They make the marshmallow clumps and then
no. It's the great. It's like eating a Rice Krispie treat, the snack.
Oh my God.
Broken up in chunks in a bowl of.
All right. Okay.
Also waffle crisp, but that's gone.
R.I.P.
Wow.
That was the goat.
Cookie crisp guy.
Not a big Cookie Crisp guy.
I was always like, this should be the greatest thing in the world because I'm a cookie man.
Mm.
I love like cookie. A cookie is my dessert. That's my favorite.
The one.
Like, if I was a person who believed in the institution of marriage, we would have a cookie at the end, and there would be no cake. But Cookie Crisp is a disappointment.
Yeah.
Yeah. What about you, Allie?
It's like a cookie.
I'm a Cinnamon Toast Crunch. I
That's my
love
number 2.
cinnamon as a sweet, or Apple Jacks.
Yes, Apple Jacks. That's Apple Jacks are my number 1.
Another like cinnamony type thing. That's my joint.
It's great. My friend's dad directed an Apple Jacks commercial, and to this day, it is I feel like he had to show it to me on like VHS because they aired it like one time, and it's one of the funniest things I've ever seen. It's just the kids on like a stoop, and the mailman comes up and just goes like, "Hey, what are you guys eating? Apple Jacks?" And the kids go like, "Yeah, we know it doesn't taste like apple." And the mailman just goes like, "Okay, well, I'm actually just here to deliver this mail," and it ends.
I'm dead.
I love a shitty food commercial.
I love it, man.
I'm just trying to do my
deliver
job.
this mail.
Guys.
Exactly. Please move.
Please.
Why are you eating cereal outside, you fucking perverts? I can't believe we got here from wrestling journalism. But this is what I want. Yeah. I don't need all that other stuff. I want to talk snacks and traveling,
Yes.
Like if you're staying at a hotel, where are you going? What are you looking for? In the
hotel? What do you mean?
Yeah, what's your favorite chain? What are you looking for?
Oh my. See, that's one thing like I don't like the hotel preference thing. I never care. I just want to make sure I'm safe in the hotel cuz I have been in some weirdo hotel. I went to a hotel like a few weeks ago and like I got there and I feel like it was like a repurposed, like it wasn't always a hotel because I got there and there was a peephole in the door. Like these were apartments and there was like tissue shoved into the peephole for me already.
Oh Lord.
And I said, it's gonna be one of those.
Yeah.
Okay, I'm gonna put a chair against the door today. Love that.
Have you wrestled in Memphis?
I know I've been in Nashville and I've been in the other one, I think. That's not Memphis. What's the other one?
I mean, I just know.
In Tennessee. There's Nashville.
Knoxville?
Maybe. Yeah. Oh, actually, me and Effie just went to somewhere that wasn't, but it was Tennessee. Either way, I don't think I've done Memphis.
If you do, don't stay in the Motel 6 kind of close to Graceland.
Oh, God.
That's the scariest one.
Describes it.
I'm usually like, we're usually not in like motels. It's always usually a hotel.
Okay. See, that's why I asked.
Yeah.
That's what I was really getting at.
In a hotel.
Okay.
I feel like I've stayed in some probably extremely shady hotels, and the only bad experience I've had was my own damn fault because I decided it would be a good idea to like have way too much edible by myself in a hotel one time traveling across the country. I was like, this is terrifying, and I did this to me. This is my own do. A hell of my own making.
Your fault.
That is 100%.
I stuck the tissues in my own peephole.
Yeah, no. I've only had hells of other people's makings. I am perfect.
Sometimes as the wrestler, like where the hell though? Like,
that it seems right.
Effie, I don't know. Like Effie just does whatever he wants and owns wherever he is. And we will wrestle in Atlantic City. We'll be in this casino, and it's got hotel rooms, obviously, and then we also wrestle there. And he is also very much like he's the one that goes, if I could, I wouldn't shit ever again, so I could save time. Like that's Effie, and
that's his energy.
What he'll do instead of taking the regular elevators is he'll take like the hotel elevators, like for the workers that they use to like go to the floors to like clean. And so I'll just be going down this he'll go, no sis, come here. And we'll go through a door that we're obviously not supposed to go through. And you're just in this weird like back thing with these 6 small elevators. And he just travels that way to save time.
Wow.
I know you mean like a service elevator, but I'm like, he put you in the dumbwaiter? Like,
yeah, that would be crazy.
Like you're in the room service.
Honestly, he would probably go down that way if he could.
He's onto something with the poop thing, though. I feel that way about peeing. Peeing and sleeping. Like if we didn't have to do those, I would get so
He's
much done.
found a way to not sleep anymore. I know that. He definitely doesn't sleep as much as
That's
he
not
should.
good.
So that's the next thing on his list is to not have to use the
That's
bathroom.
not that. Well,
I'm trying to do the opposite of that. I'm trying to sleep way more. Like it's enough already. I gotta go to bed.
It's a
I
colossal
will go to bed
waste of
right
my
now.
time.
I would love to do it.
I just want a better quality of sleep.
That's what it is.
Yeah, I want to sleep and not wake up and be like, fuck.
Yeah.
Yeah,
I would
like
love to wake
not
up.
know what year it is. When
Yeah. I would love to wake up and it's just like the sun is up like at the appropriate height. You know what I'm saying? Like I'm not waking up and just like, oh no, it's 4 and my body's like, you gotta pee right now.
Yes.
Right the fuck now. And I'm like, yeah. Listen, folks, we are over time.
Oh, yeah, we are.
On this. I'm not normally in makeup on this show. I've triple booked my evening. I got to get this shit off my face, guys.
Why? It looks so good.
I mean, thank you.
Does it stay permanent if you leave it on after like 9 p.m.?
Yeah, 100%. It's like, yeah, it's the curse of it.
Well, Raw started, so I guess we gotta watch that or something. Just kidding.
Yay.
We don't do that.
Monday Not Raw with Effie.
Yeah, let's do that.
Well, he might not. He's on a secret thing today. He's doing something, so he might miss it today. I don't know.
Wow, I can't believe you just wrestling journalism to me.
I know. Oh, but at least I didn't.
No, this is all you did was build suspense and get me excited.
Yeah,
that's how you journal,
dude.
I love that. Yeah, I do love that Colin's suggestion for like, hey, instead of news, it should be a podcast.
I want to hear what the boys are eating. You know.
Yeah, like this just in. It turns out that that Hangman Page loves apples.
I'd love that.
We'll see you tomorrow.
That's what those British guys on that YouTube channel should be talking about.
I do think it is so funny that wrestling news is exclusively British guys.
It's like 6 British guys just making 3 videos a day. Well, Allie, thank you so much. This was such a pleasure.
Thanks for having me, all.
Do you have any final remarks you'd like to leave for the world?
Follow me on Twitter and Instagram. I'm Allie Katch. Watch me this week at the Collective. I'm wrestling Mickie James and Fandango, just to name a few.
Huge.
What a lineup for me, let me tell you.
Hell yeah. I love Fandango, dude. Oh my god.
That's about it. If you feel like being mean to a wrestler, don't go outside. Thank you.
Do it.
Thank you so much. That's it for us today. See you next week.
See you next week. And tomorrow we're going to report on a story about Bobby Lashley having a tummy ache.